why failure is part of the path, sacrificing to get to the next level, why most people never reach their vision, and the real price of success, and why inner peace is actually the highest level of power. We finished as a man thinketh. We're gonna read the Master of Destiny after this starting tomorrow. But we finished as a man thinketh today. I finished that just a couple hours ago. This episode right here though is gonna shift your mindset if you're ready. If you're ready to hear it, bro. Let's go ahead and tap into it, bro. Let's tap into our first segment, our first topic: failure, vision, and focus, bro. Let's start here. Let's start here, bro. Failure is not the end. Failure is just a path. It's most people think failure means stop, give up, but really failure just means adjustment. You need to make an adjustment, and you don't fall off your path. You get shaped by it. Failure isn't life telling you no. It's life asking you how bad do you really want this shit. Now here's the real problem though. Most people like they have like a don't have a fixed vision. Their mind is like everywhere. They scramble like imagine like your mind just looking at all the BS outside, distractions, all this shit. And one day they want this, the next day they want something else. You know what I'm saying? You can't build anything like that. You have to lock in mentally on one goal and fix your mind on one vision, and everything in your life will start aligning with that. A distracted mind creates a distracted life. Stop letting your thoughts wander everywhere because wherever your thoughts go, your life will follow. You feel me? Wherever your attention go, energy, wherever your energy goes, bro, literally it starts creating that more in your life, bro. And that's really how it goes, bro. In the book, it was talking about a lot of these things. It was talking about a lot of these things in the book, and it really started hitting me, bro. Like, bro, I need to really focus on what I really need to do. You feel me? I want to actually go to the book, go to this chapter 4. It was talking about that, man. The effect of thought of health and mind, bro. And it was talking about like the body is a servant of the mind. It obeys the operations of the mind, whether they deliberately chosen that or automatically expressed it. Like for real, bro. Our body becomes our mind. You feel me? Because our mind controls everything. And another book that talked about this was we talked about this earlier in the year was Becoming Supernatural by Joe Dispenza. It was talking about the same thing. How like the body becomes the mind, bro. You feel me? Like that shit is facts, bro. You feel me? Like a change of diet, it says in the book, a change of diet will not help a man who will not change his thoughts. When a man makes his thoughts pure, he no longer desires the impure food. You feel me? Facts, bro. Facts. That's a fact, bro. You know what I'm saying? One more quote for the book. I'm quoting this shit out this. As a physically weak man can make himself strong by careful and patient training. Go to the gym and shit. So the man of weak thoughts can make themselves strong by exercising himself in the right thinking patterns. And I think that's a fact, bro. Like you get the same way you can go to the gym and get bigger and get stronger and get, whatever you want to get those results. The same way you can get the results in your life by changing your thoughts and changing the way that you see life and changing the way how you see things. And that's one of the things I've realized, bro. Like the more that I start thinking about being a consecrator, the more shit started aligning with me becoming a consecrator. And now I'm a full fledged consecrator. I think I'm a consecrator. Like I don't think I'm a consecrator. I know I'm there. Like I'm living this shit every day. I wake up, make content, like the opportunities to make content. I make money from making content. So I think you have to really put your mind towards whatever you want to become, and don't let your mind keep getting distracted, bro. Because you gotta realize thoughts of doubt and fear never accomplish anything and never can. They always lead to failure. Every time that we think about negativity, every time that we think about BS, we think about we in a fearful mind state, our animalistic mind state, but like we can't create nothing but bad shit in that state. It doesn't accomplish shit. You feel me? It doesn't accomplish nothing for us, bro. Like it really doesn't, bro. But the person that has conquered doubt and fear has conquered failure. His every thought is allied with power, and all difficulties are bravely met with and wisely overcome. His purpose, what I'm saying, you have to realize, bro, our thoughts are like the most powerful thing that we have, and we talked about this in the last video, last pod. We was talking about how our thoughts, our mind is like a garden. So what we consciously feeding, bro, is like we're gonna be putting that shit back out to the world. It's gonna start. whatever we feed ourselves, the thoughts that we have is gonna eventually start showing in our external world. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see if a man really talking about what he is, bro, let's go look at his external world, bro. Cause nigga talk all day online, say this and that, but is he really, his external world is gonna always speak for truth? Cause his external world is just a reflection of his inner world. You feel me? And that's just the fact, man. Let's get into our segment two, bro. Sacrificing, like the price of success, bro. I'm not talking about it's a sacrifice. You know, when you talk about sacrifice, niggas talk about the demonic shit, the Illuminati, and this and that, and sacrificing people, bro. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your habits. You have to sacrifice shit, smoking, drinking, whatever it is that you do. Like me, I struggle with smoking. Like I went 21 days and stop smoking. Now I'm on like I'm on like what 3 4 days no smoking, bro. Um, and it should kind of be insane, bro. Like how you have to sacrifice shit to become a better version. Right now, I'm trying to sacrifice things yearly to become the best version of myself. And it's a challenge, bro. I'm not gonna say this shit easy, bro, because you're so used to doing this thing, you're stuck in the pattern, bro. But we have to get real, bro. Everybody wants success, though, but nobody talks about the cost of success. And there is a hidden price to becoming who you say you want to be, and that price is sacrifice. Not sometimes, all the time. If your goals are small, your sacrifices will be small. You feel me? But if your vision is big, you got to give up comfort, distractions, and sometimes even people. I'm not saying you got to go kill that nigga, that type of sacrifice. I'm saying you just got to let people go, let people out of your life. And you can't live the same life and expect a different reality. This is where most people fall off. They want the results without becoming the person required to hold that result. And that's why most people lose success after they get it. You feel me? Because they didn't build the discipline to sustain it. You know how many? Think about this shit. Think about this shit. Think about how many millionaires and they were a millionaire or lottery ticket winners. They become lottery ticket winners and go spend all that money and lose all the fucking money and not able to get that shit back. Or NBA players that get all this money and then they end up broke. You know what I'm saying? NFL players, the different athletes, celebrities, the musicians. It happens all the time in the entertainment industry that we see, even in the just regular life. Business owners, they can get all this success, but they start doing things that didn't get them to that success or to things that don't sustain that success. You feel me? Just as fast you can receive something, just as quick you can lose that shit. And you gotta realize, bro. Let's talk about discipline versus desire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like desire is always gonna feel good, bro, but discipline, it builds everything. You feel me? Desire will start your journey, but discipline will finish it. And the real currency is not money, it's not followers, it's self control. If you can't control your thoughts, you can't control your reality. You feel me? And that's just what it is, bro. Speaking of controlling our reality, let's talk about topic three: vision, mind, and reality. That's the topic three that I had on the board today. Like, you become what you constantly see in your mind. You feel me? Let's dig a little deeper in this shit. Like, not that's not motivation, it's just law. You know what I'm saying? If you constantly see lack, you're gonna constantly create lack. You feel me? If you constantly see fear, if you constantly see not what you want, you're gonna constantly create what you don't want. But if you constantly see success, if you constantly see um um whatever you say you want to become, your dreams, whatever it is, you're gonna start moving towards that shit. You're gonna start creating those things. And your mind is not just thinking, bro. Your mind is just thinking this shit. It's creating. It's creating. Dreams are not fantasies, bro. They are blueprints. The people who change the world, they just refuse to let go of what they see internally. They protect their vision because everybody's not meant to understand your path. Not everybody's meant to see what you see. Not everybody's meant to create what you create. Not everybody's my bad, y'all. Not everybody's meant to be who you are. You feel me, bro? You gotta start protecting your visions, your dreams, like it's already real because it literally is. And the key is turn imagination into action. Thought Turn your thoughts into beliefs, and then turn your beliefs into action, and then turn your actions into reality. And that's literally the simplest way to break that shit down, bro. It was a good quote in the book. It was talking about this. Uh, you feel me? It was talking about this in the book. I want to go get that, bro. Mm. It was talking about like the dreamers are the saviors of the world, as the visible world is sustained by the invisible. So men, through all their trials and sins, are in sordid vocations are nourished by the beautiful visions of their solitary dreamers. You feel me? Humanity cannot forget its dreamers. It cannot let their ideals fade and die. It lives in them. It knows them as the realities which shall one day see and know. You feel me? It says, he who cherished a beautiful vision, a lofty ideal in his heart will one day realize it. Columbus cherished a vision of another world and he discovered it. I don't want to talk about Columbus, bitch ass though. This old school book. Buddha beheld the vision of a spiritual world of stainless beauty and perfect peace, and he enters into it. You feel me? Cherish your visions, cherish your ideals, cherish the music that stirs in your heart, the beauty that forms in your mind, the loveliness that drapes your purest thoughts. For out of them will grow all delightful conditions, all heavenly environment of these. If you but remain true to them, your world will at last be built. And that's a fact, bro. The greatest achievement is being able to be dreaming still. Like, I think that's powerful right now. Being able to dream right now, be able to still dream, because they kill our dream literally when we go to school. They program us not to dream, not to see outside of ourselves, not to dream. Like literally, most people go to sleep and don't even dream. Like, that's scary to me. I ain't gonna lie. If you don't dream, you kind of scare me a little bit. But you don't lose the ability to use your imagination to dream for something bigger than what you're living right now, bro. Always have the power to dream, bro. But we're gonna get into actually, I think this is the last topic, man. We're gonna get into this last topic, man. Let's get into. I got a text, but let's get into this last topic: inner peace and power. The last chapter of As a Man Think of was serenity. You feel me? And this is where most people, they start losing and missing this shit. They miss this point, this part. Inner peace is the highest form of power. Not loud energy, not chaos, but peace. Because a calm mind makes better decisions than a mind that is always in panic. It is always in this crazy stuff. Because a calm mind doesn't panic. It moves with attention. A calm mind's win even in chaos. When everything is falling apart around you. I want to ask you this: when everything is falling apart around you, can you still stay centered? When all the BS, when you just got broken up with it, when you just lost $1,000, lost $10,000. Let's talk about some real money. Lost 100K or some shit. Can you still go do what you have to do that day, even when everything around you is in chaos? Can you still do what you need to do? That's the real mastery. You feel me? When everything's not perfect, are you still gonna do what you need to do? Are you still gonna make this content when you had a couple bad probably started the AM bad, whatever it is? Can you still make the content that you need to make the money for your family that you need to make? That's the question that you have to ask yourself, because serenity is not weakness. You feel me? It means you're no longer controlled by external situations. When you control your mind, life can control you. When you control your mind, you control your reality. And here's the truth: the energy of peace attracts everything, because when you're not desperate, you become magnetic. You feel me? So I want you to understand this, bro. Your life is not random. It's a reflection of your thoughts, your disciplines, your vision, and your habits and your inner state. Failure is shaping you. Sacrifice is refining you. Vision is guiding you. Peace is grounding you, I guess you could say. It's grounding you in a sense. If you stay locked in, if you stay disciplined, if you protect your mind, there's nothing that you can't become. You feel me? Like, the version of you that you see in your mind is waiting on you to become disciplined enough to meet him. Facts. And that's just what it is, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, that's just what it is, man. Like, that's pretty much what I learned from the book As a Man Think of, James Allen. That's what I learned and what I'm gonna be applying, keep applying to my life. A lot of time I think books are supposed to just supposed to just, what's the word? It's just supposed to, like, and awaken something within you. Like, even me, when I'm talking to you, when I'm dropping these quotes, I'm just trying to awaken something into you. I don't think I'm a master teacher. I don't think I'm none of this shit. I never call myself this shit. I'm just another nigga that had some teachers that learned some shit from them. You feel me? And I'm giving this shit back to you, what I'm learning, because I learned a lot from other people. Now, somebody commented on my video about Bobby Hemmett. He said how he was 19, 20, and he was watching Bobby Hemmett videos, bro. And like now that the younger generation is going through these lectures and these different things, watching this people. And that's fact, bro. There's nothing new under the sun. So I never say I'm a master teacher. Stop worshiping people. Stop looking for something outside of yourself to worship. You feel me? Like, or to look up to, or this and that. But it's good to look up. You can look up to me. I mean, I'm not gonna say look up to, but don't go research for yourself. Everything that I say, go research for yourself and go experiment for yourself. Because what I say might not work for you, my nigga, it just work for me. I can only speak from my experience. You feel me? And my experience is a deep experience. But let's get into these last topics, bro. Let's get into these last topics, man. Some worldly topics. We're gonna start adding more worldly topics that's going on around the world that kind of align with good energy and something I could talk about, bro. But let's get into the Jada Ivy. He was talking. He recently just ran on a rant about he's going. They say he's going through a religious